Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have an interesting episode for you guys. You definitely want to stick around for it, so make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, all of you are aware, right, that Charles Barkley may be the most interesting man in all of sports media, if we're being honest. Now, there are a lot of entertaining guys out there, but I think Charles Barkley is probably at the top. He's arguably the funniest guy, and I think it's between him and Shannon Sharpe. Some months ago, we actually put up a poll on our channel, asking our channel who they think is the funnier TV personality. And you know, although it was close, I think the majority of people said that they had to go with Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley is hilarious, right? He's he's really funny, and I think that is what has made him stay at the top of really sports media for the past 2 decades, right? I think Charles Barkley has this innate ability to make fun of things and also make fun of himself. He doesn't really seem like a guy that really takes himself all that seriously. And he also has this, willingness in him to tell the truth about things and how he sees it, right? He has this thing where he always says that, you start to lose credibility with your audience when you try to tell them things that is like that they've obviously just seen. Like if you see a guy play, poorly, and you try to say something other than what they just saw. He's like, after a while, you start to lose credibility with the viewers, and he has no problem with telling people the truth, even if some backlash, it backfires in his face sometimes. There are many occasions where you've seen, former and current athletes go with Charles Barkley, right? People like Charles Oakley said they don't like the fact that all he does is talk. You've seen him go back and forth with Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, LeBron James, right? Kobe Bryant in the past, right? So, I think, for him being so outspoken, I think a lot of people love that about him, but I also think is what makes him polarizing at times. Obviously, his knowledge of the sport of basketball really lends a lot of credibility to a lot of the arguments that he makes because, he is a Hall of Famer, top 75 basketball player. And I think, I think his ability to speak passionately about things and vehemently disagree, even with some of his cast members. You've seen him and Shaq go back and forth in some heated arguments. And I think it's one of the reasons why I think he's probably the undisputed face of that show. Shaq is great. Kenny is great. Ernie's great. But I think Charles Barkley is the face of the show. So this morning we were doing some research and we stumbled upon a bit of news that's actually quite big regarding Charles Barkley. And I think a lot of you guys are going to want to know about this bit of news because it seems that they may be a major shakeup, for the star of Inside the NBA. But before we go any further, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. So make sure you check out that and then we'll come back here. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So we want you guys to take a listen to what Charles Barkley said about him potentially moving on to another network where he could actually be earning some significant more dollars. So take a listen to what he had to say here, and then we're going to come back and react to it.
You've always been super honest with us, and I'm about to put you on the spot here because you love golf, I love golf, and there is this rumor I've heard from a couple people in the golf world that the Live Tour is coming after you as like a face of their media, like an analyst or something like that. Is there any truth to that, or is this just rumor?
I'm gonna meet with Liv.
So there is some truth.
Truth, to be always transparent and honest. They called me and asked me would I meet with them, and I said yes. Nothing is imminent. I actually don't know everything they want from me or what they technically want me to do, but you got to always look at every opportunity that's available.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question is 100% yes, I'm going to meet with Liv.
So you heard what the man had to say, right? You heard what he had to say. He said that he's fielding all calls. He's definitely going to sit down, and talk to them and hear what they have to say. He said he doesn't necessarily know what exactly they want from him, but he said he doesn't want to just, summarily dismiss, that, that potential gig, just because he just says, okay, I'm done with the media business. So he said he's definitely, going to listen to them. Now, according to reports, that deal may be worth anywhere between $50 to $75 million, but it isn't, that information hasn't been verified. And according to SI.com, Charles Barkley currently makes about $10 million per annum working on Inside the NBA. But there's an article that I want to read from sportsrush.com that, that talks a little bit more about this story. So I just want to read a little bit of what the article has to say here. It basically says that Live Golf has a lot of money and they're looking to make inroads in the sports community. They're already coming after Charles Barkley and they could challenge the NFL too. Live Golf has recently emerged as a competitor for the PGA Tour, and reportedly the fight between the two has grown immensely with larger and larger amounts of money on the table. Live Golf is a tour that is being financed by the public investment fund, the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia. It's already poached several big names in the golf industry. Champion Brooks Koepka, I hope I pronounced that properly, left the PGA Tour for Live Golf, along with the decorated players like Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Brian DeChambeau, and Patrick Reed. The article continues on, basically saying that Live Golf could make inroads in NFL and Charles Barkley. Dan Patrick discussed how Barkley had conversations with the higher ups in Live Golf, and he may leave Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie. Chuck has made Inside the NBA one of the most entertaining talk shows on TV. The article, basically continues on that now. How could Live Golf take aim at the NFL? For starters, they have $620 billion in assets to create a competing league, and company would need massive amounts of money. The NFL made about $21 billion in 2021. The NFL is on track to hit revenues of $25 billion by 2027. The NFL has secured massive media deals as well with CBS, Fox, NBC, Disney, and Amazon. Their deals are worth about $113 billion over 9 years. So you heard basically what the article had to say. Basically, this company has a lot of money and they're looking to go after Charles Barkley. So it's some very big news, right? It's some big news. Now, as it pertains to Inside the NBA, Charles has said that he will be retiring very soon. And I don't know who, I'm not sure who will be, I'm not sure who they're going to get to replace Charles Barkley. Of all of the guys that I've sat back and listened to in the sports media landscape, I don't think anyone is as good as Charles Barkley, as entertaining, as candid about things. There isn't anybody that really comes to mind where I can say, man, I can't really wait to see how he does, after Charles Barkley retires. I think he was just a very unique personality, man. And it's one of the reasons why to this day he's still so sought after. Right, where you have a company like this willing to throw that amount of money at him. Reportedly, we don't know if that's true. I mean, but for one or two sources to say that $50 million is the number that they're looking to throw at the guy, it tells you that they really value him, right? And they want to invest in him. And and that also means that he brings a lot of I think he brings a lot of credibility to that position. And in fact, if they do offer him that position for $50 million, I think is going to inflate a lot of the salaries for guys around. I think he will probably be the highest paid sports personality on air, earning that type of money. I don't think anybody out there is earning that type of money, right? Earning $50 million or $75 million, according to that report. So really the question is this: number one, what do you think about this news, right? Do you think this story has any legs? Do you see a scenario in which Charles Barkley could move on to another career? Right, given the fact that he said in the past that he wants to retire, he wants to spend time with his family, travel the world, be around his grandkids. So that's the first question. And secondly, back to Inside the NBA, who do you think could be his possible replacement? Right, who do you think can fill in for Charles Barkley going into the future? They could really do just as good a job as he did, it even better. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.